Now I will invite His Excellency Mr. Milton Dick, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Australia, for his keynote address.
Namaskar. Thank you, honourable speakers, presiding officers and distinguished guests. To our host, His Excellency Mr. Om Birla, the Speaker of the Lok Sabha, for your leadership and your friendship is valued by us all here in New Delhi. It's a privilege and great pleasure to be able to deliver an address to this session on Sustainable Energy Transition Gateway to Green Future as part of the 9th G20 Parliamentary Speakers Summit and Parliamentary Forum here in India. In my address today, I will discuss the ways Australia is making a sustainable energy transition. I will also share some of the outstanding work the Australian Parliament itself is undertaking to make our Parliament greener. Alongside my parliamentary presiding officer, Her Excellency Senator the Honourable Sue Lines, the President of the Senate in Australia, we aim to make our Parliament the cleanest and greenest it can be. Australian Parliament House was a purpose-built building completed in 1988. Particularly in the last 5 years, we have been making changes and introduced a number of energy efficient measures to make the Parliament more energy efficient and sustainable. We have installed more than 230 solar panels. They generate enough energy to illuminate lights in both the Senate and the House of Representatives chambers. Our main gas boilers were upgraded to heat and supply hot water to the building and have been transformed by 20% more energy efficient. All lifts were upgraded across the building, which use 30% less energy. The commercial kitchens that feed up to 5,000 people on a parliamentary sitting day have all been upgraded. The new commercial kitchens have dishwashers that use around 40% less water and 55% less energy. And we've also focused on lighting. The Australian Parliament House has over 40,000 lights. We've replaced fluorescent lighting with LED lighting, and the LED lights use 60% less energy and don't contain harmful mercury. They also require less maintenance. We're also installing electric vehicle charging stations across our Parliament House car parks. As a building, we've also looked at waste management and recycling. Our Parliament House has extensive waste management and recycling programs and monitoring. We have organic recycling as well as commingled recycling collection. We've also implemented a ban on single-use plastics. This has stopped usage of single-use plastic cutlery, single-use drink stirrers. We now see 60% of waste generated at Parliament House diverted from landfill from initiatives like these. And lastly, we store water runoff in 2 45,000-litre tanks, which is then used for water features across some of our gardens. Looking beyond Australia's Parliament House, our nation is taking ambitious action on climate change at a national level. In September 2022, the Parliament passed climate change bills to legislate greenhouse gas emissions reduction targets of a 43% reduction from 2005 levels by 2030 and a net zero by 2050 in law. This is combined with a commitment to lift renewables to 82% of our electricity grid. The energy transformation in Australia underway today is fundamentally an economic one. And while Australia has advantage over many countries when it comes to renewable energy, particularly wind and solar, this also comes with challenges. Australia is a very large country. One of the ways Australia aims to reach its net zero target of 0% by 2050 is through upgrading our networks. $20 billion has been invested into the Rewiring the Nation plan, which will make clean energy more accessible and affordable across Australia. These new transmission lines will deliver renewable energy to cities, towns and regional communities. At a state level, a recent example is a new renewable energy hub established in the state of Victoria, which will power over 1 million households. The Melbourne Renewable Energy Hub will build the largest battery system in Asia and one of the largest in the world. It will store wind, hydro and solar energy from regional Victoria and includes a massive 2.4 gigawatt hour battery. A battery powerful enough to deliver electricity to over 1 million households. So while moving towards a renewable grid is a massive transformation, it's also a necessary transformation for our economy, for our energy security and for the climate. Both Commonwealth and state governments have introduced tax concessions and direct rebates and discounted loans to encourage the use of solar panels and electric vehicles. Now around 1/3 of all households have rooftop solar, the highest proportion in the world. While all of these initiatives are great progress, there is still so much further for us to go. But we are nevertheless proud of the way our nation is moving towards building a greener future. I thank honourable members who have contributed and will contribute to this debate, and I look forward to continuing these discussions for the remainder of the P20.